Ever.
In the last, I'm just gonna say one more thing. You're taking me serious. Like you have to see each other naked. Like I've seen both of them naked.
Oh, that's crazy.
You going down? Huh? Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Confidential Thoughts with your hosts Tyreek and Paulie. We're here with somebody very special to Tyreek's heart. Honestly, I don't like the kid, Rob.
Yeah, it's me. You know, apparently he doesn't like me. This is news to me. I've known him since he was 3.
He's capping.
Guy wore diapers.
I think he's lying on this podcast already. Like that's not a good look, Doug.
He was peeing in the bed till he was 7. So
it was actually 7. No, it wasn't. It was 8.
We missed one.
I feel left out.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Came in the picture
you know things happen in life that you can't control, bro.
You know,
I only came in the picture like a couple years ago. Awkward.
But a lot of things happened in those couple of years.
Sir.
Couples. It's not a couple. It's actually
it's not.
It's more along. I'd probably say like 7, 8.
It's like about to be 7 years. Yeah.
7, 8. Yeah. Look,
what about that our anniversary?
You know, the dark skin duo days back then.
All right, I'll just leave. But so we usually start the podcast off of asking like how you are and stuff. Like, was it mentally, physically, emotionally?
Yeah.
Right from 1 to 10.
Okay. So I'd probably say physically, probably like 7, 8. I feel like I could definitely be like, you know, in better shape. I feel like I could be overall just better physically. Mentally, I'd probably say like 9. Emotionally, I'd probably say 9 as well. Emotionally, I feel like I'm pretty emotionally intelligent and I can deal with myself and not just have mood swings and hash out my emotions like, you know, crazy. Like I can control myself. I can deal with the things that are going on in my life and, you know, smooth them out, cope with them and face them head on, you know. So I'd say I'm pretty high in both of those. So how you guys doing?
Physically, like I said, always a 10.
My bad.
Hey, you feel me? Put it on. You feel me?
Emotionally, I'd probably say like a 5. And then mentally,
No. Why? You can't just skip past that. You had a 10.
No.
It ties in.
Oh, you had a 10
I
and
feel
then
like
a 5.
emotionally and mentally kind of stacked to
Yeah,
the same.
I was gonna
You
say it
feel
ties
me?
in with
Yeah. But still.
I apologize.
But
Explain more.
it ties in with the mental though. So like the mental is like I would never say my mental is like at rock bottom, but my mental is probably like at a 6. Just cause I'm having like an identity crisis in a way. I don't know if that's the right word. Like for like lack of a better word.
Like kind of like a midlife
finding
crisis
who
type?
yourself like
finding who I am through
like purpose. Like are you talking about like purpose?
Nah,
just
it's
finding
more
yourself.
like
It's internal.
It's like finding who I am, but like now it's affecting me because like I'm thinking about like my dad, like and my father, and like it's
so
like
the past.
Yeah, so like it's like I'm really going through a bad love.
Who you are and how that ties into you.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
So it's been like it's been a crazy few weeks because I've just been like questioning everything. And I don't know where it came from, but I'm like stuck between resentment, but also just like trying to forgive things that never happened, you know?
I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy.
We're not laughing about what he said, is it?
I can hold you.
Did the Ray J hat switch. Like crazy.
That's it.
But yeah, that's what it is for now.
All right.
And before I even say anything, I hope you can get past that and, you know, like...
Nah, he will.
Yeah.
He will?
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
We got Mr. Productive over here.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying.
All right, so physically,
yes, sir.
I'm doing a lot better. Like I always feel like I grow a grade above, well, like a rate above every single week. Just because I'm starting to like listen to my body more. I feel like when it comes to like sleep, when it comes to like even I said last time pills, it kind of probably sounded bad on the podcast, but I meant like taking like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm taking ashwagandha, biotin. Like I want to start taking what's it called again? Whatever. I want to start taking stuff again. And it helps, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and I did the polar plunge actually yesterday.
Oh, really?
I did it. I didn't do it when they did it, but I did it
pause real quick. Happy New Year's to everybody.
Yeah, Happy
watching.
New Year's.
Yeah, Happy New Year's.
You know, we're a day after, but you know when it comes out, we want to wish you
But
guys
you don't know
Happy
that.
New Year's. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know that.
You don't know when it comes.
You
But
know when it
You
comes
could have
out.
recorded this on December 31st.
Yeah, you don't know that.
Exactly. So Happy New Year's.
You never know. But no, I did the polar plunge later at night. I probably won't do it
Later
again.
at night. How late?
I did it probably at like 5. They do it in the morning. They do it at like 8 in the morning, 9.
Yeah.
I did it later. Like, but I just did it
Oh.
with like a couple friends. Like it wasn't like I was with everybody when they do the whole
Got you.
convention and stuff.
Yeah.
I did it and I probably won't do it ever again.
Yeah,
How was it?
It hurt.
Really?
Like when I first did it, it was so shocking to the body. You couldn't like feel the cold. You just know, like you were like, oh.
Was it worse when you got out? Or was
No,
going in?
it was still cold. It was kind of like the same, but I did it twice. And the second time, I was like, you know me, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, let's go again.
Yeah.
I did it the second time, and I jumped in with my head first, bro, and it was the worst idea I could ever.
And then
think.
at night when the
Yeah,
Bro,
couldn't
my
catch me.
ears were ringing. My jaw started clenching up, bro. It was bad. Like I was hurting my toe. I couldn't feel my toes. It was pain everywhere. But after, I started feeling like mad good. Like skin smooth, body wasn't tense,
Ice
anything.
bath, dude.
Head didn't hurt, nothing. It was really good.
It's really good for your body.
So like I said, physically, because that has to do with physically and mentally, honestly.
Yeah.
My mental has got better. Like I usually get nervous. I don't really feel nervous anymore talking about like my sister and my mom.
Mhm.
Yesterday, 2 days ago, was my sister's 1 year of her like being gone.
Yes, sir.
And it hurt, bro. Like that,
Yeah.
like the whole day. Like I was with you probably a couple hours before it turned the date. And once we left, I wrote a poem in the car, 10 minutes. That's the one I posted on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I wrote that in 10 minutes and bawled my eyes out like a little baby duck. But
you let it out.
it felt good.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
felt good. Even the next day, I still was kind of like on 10. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I felt good. Like,
Yeah.
and it's past the date now, and I let all that out when it happened.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring that type of pain. You never know. Maybe next year when it comes around again, I might feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know, but at least I'm not running from it and hiding from it. And now I can come into the new year and be like, okay, I'm past that point. Like that's you know, I got to my checkpoint.
Yeah.
Let's do something else now.
Exactly.
Let's focus on something else. You know.
Yes, sir.
So it's basically the same thing physically, mentally, emotionally. Emotionally, I'm doing better now.
Good.
And
Like-
do you guys have New Year's resolutions? What are they?
You know, so my New Year's resolution is not like, it's just kind of like the basics. You know what I'm saying? I want to become better with myself, inner self, more like kind of like childhood trauma. I want to become better with like things that I dealt with as a kid that I still kind of like, I'm like redoing what people did to me, like parents and like things that I saw. Like I'm not redoing them, but it feels like I'm being that same person.
Yeah.
But I want to
living
become
in your trauma.
Yeah, I want to become better than that.
Yeah.
And that's why like it probably has to do with mentality too. And like even like with my sister and stuff, like I always think about like what we went through as a kid.
Yeah.
I always think about the happy days with her, but also I think about what we went
In
through
those
as a kid.
things, are you trying to face them head on and overcome them, or are you trying to just go through them?
That's a good question. So me personally, I know it's probably what you didn't ask. I don't like running from my problems. You know me, I don't like running from them, bro. I don't try to distract myself. I hate that.
Yeah.
Because I know what it brings. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes me feel worse when while I'm in the distraction.
I'm running and
You know, like I'll go out and something and I'll be out and be like, damn, I know I don't want to be here, but this isn't even distracting me. Like, it's hurting me more.
So in those, like, in that situation of facing things and running from things and hiding, what are things that you're looking forward to come into the new year and hit these checkpoints and deal with these problems emotionally and overcome them and, you know, kind of really actually look into it, go through the trauma, face these things, and become better on the other side?
I can say one of the things I'm most excited about is learning how to be more proud of myself. Learning, I'm not. No,
Yeah.
like I said, you know me too. I'm
agree with
always
that.
downplay myself.
Yeah, I agree with
I can be as talented as I want to, but I always downplay myself, and I've realized that a lot. Just even from speaking to you,
Is
speaking.
that like an insecurity, or do you feel
confidence.
It is an insecurity, and like I said, it probably comes with childhood trauma. I had a lot of weight on my shoulders, like as a kid.
Yeah.
All like a lot of people in my family messed up a lot, and
Yeah.
I was you have to fix this, you have to fix that, the name and this and that. And when I got older, when I felt like people weren't admiring what I was doing, it made me feel worse. Made me feel like, all right, I'm not doing enough. I could have fucking jumped up high, touched the moon, and came back down, and people wouldn't be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Proud of me
understand.
enough.
Yeah.
Even if they tell me straight to my face.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm excited to learn more about myself, is being more proud.
Yeah. Did you have any other resolution type deals?
Just staying healthy. Try my best, because with being healthy, it becomes mentality, emotional. If you're not going to the gym, shitty diet, and I've learned this from my own self, shitty diet, this and that, it makes you sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not
people don't even realize that.
they
Like,
don't,
what you
bro.
eat is so important.
Yeah, they don't. And it will come to you in a moment, because like your body will be like, all right, I need a break. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be up till 5 a.m. not sleeping and like all that. Like, but it tells you, bro. You'll be drained. You'll be like mad at the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Just being, and like always being more kind. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ty, what's going on? Resolutions or what? Come on, my boy.
I appreciate and admire people who do believe in a resolution, because it is something to keep you motivated, or a starting point.
Yeah.
But I feel like my foundation has been built since
Before.
just overall. Like, I've always worked on my goals. Could I have been better at them? Sure. But that didn't come with like a New Year's resolution. I just came from self-reflecting. So I do want to have a closer relationship with God, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes when you see those Instagram videos when they're talking about God, I might have skipped a few of them. You know what I'm saying? For what though?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm watching another video about something that's not gonna give me any. Yeah. So little things like that. Like, I just want to have like a closer relationship with God, and I want to take a big step. I don't know when it's gonna happen, because that's a very big step that I want to be consistent with. But I want to go to church, but I don't know when. It's not the time though. It's not the time right now. But I just want to have a closer relationship with God, and obviously have my brand, 101 Piece. Y'all never seen this before.
Yes,
I promise y'all, like, remember this day today. Check it in 6 months. I promise y'all. Like,
yes, sir. You know how it is.
Come on now. That's with everybody, and that's with everything, bro.
And like he said, not making everyone else proud, but making myself proud. And living in and embracing what I'm doing is something that a lot of people are afraid to take the step to do, especially in our community and like our town that we live in.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people are afraid to do what I'm doing because they're afraid of being judged. I was never afraid of being judged. I was just not confident enough to do it because everyone else was. I was comfortable because everyone else, our Cape Cod is comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm living in my passions and my dreams, and I'm not gonna say hopefully because it will happen. I'm gonna be who I'm supposed to be. That's it. That's my resolution.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And I just want to let you know before Rob speaks, we're all proud of you, Doug.
I'm proud of y'all too. Always. I tell y'all every
Always.
time.
All the time. You know how it is. Yeah. So resolutions. See, resolutions are weird to me because I feel like a lot of people they're not serious.
Ever.
They're never serious. Every single year, someone's like, the gyms are packed, and everyone's like, I'm going to go.
Did you know?
They go for like 2 months, and it's packed, and everyone's like, I'm going to work out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have affirmations. I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to start doing cold plunges and ice baths and doing all this stuff. And I'm like, everyone does this every year. And it's funny, too, because most of the people that do that have the same resolutions every year. They're like, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and jumpstart my day and get things going. And it's like all these things that these people do aren't really real at the end of the day. Because if you're not, you know what I'm saying? I forget what the saying is, but there's something of like, and it's like this amount of time makes a habit. And once you have a habit, it becomes like a routine. You know what I'm saying? And like that's the things that I feel like people don't really truly understand. And it can come from a point of, I'm going to, work on my body, my mental, emotional, whatever. But I just feel like a lot of people take them as jokes and they're like, whatever, I'm going to do this and that. But like, if I were to say not like, it's not really a resolution. It's more of like, I'd say like goals, short term and long term.
Which is perfect.
And I'd probably say like, for me, like I definitely want to get, cause I was just like this, man. I was avid gym goer. Me and him, like, COVID wasn't even a joke.
Bullshit. I got cut. Bullshit. Remember when I got cut for that?
Yeah, bullshit. We were going at it. I don't want to hear nothing out of you, boy. You didn't want to come with us. We was in there, and then we had to haul you to get up in there. You wasn't in the gym with us. We was out here trying to get it. We got it, and you know, I definitely slacked off, you know, like a lot of big things happened in my life. Like, I recently just got married, you know, and
I was there.
yeah, my boys
Yo,
are there.
tell me
you
now.
already know.
We
Ate all the food.
always knew he'd
Yes,
be the first
sir.
one to get married.
Yeah, we literally said this.
Swear on everything.
Yeah, we said
Hey,
he'd be the first
we
to have a child and
always
the
said
first
that.
to get
Yes,
married. We
yeah,
always
we
said it.
always said
If we
this.
could pull the messages up, it would
That's
say
what I'm
Rob
saying,
Evans
bro. We will.
is the first
don't
to
matter.
be.
Yes.
It don't
It's
matter.
crazy,
Yes.
Don't hate on me. I found my one. You feel me?
it's
I found
facts,
my
it's
one.
facts.
Yeah, he's kind of.
And as they said, you know, I'm having a baby too. So like all these things are coming up, and you know, sometimes you don't really think like. I mean, honestly, when I first like, you know, I got married and I'm like, oh, this is great, everything's awesome, and then the kids come in and I'm just like, oh snap, and then once you actually sit down and think, you're like, holy cow, like I got so many responsibility and things that you need to do, so things kind of weigh on you and you kind of start slacking off on other things because your mind's just racing to other things, so it's kind of hard to juggle both. But like for me, like I kind of found my grounding again, you know, I'm standing on 2 feet again, and I have these things that I want to do and things that I want to get better at. So, I mean, going forward, like I want to get better. I want to be in the gym. I want to start working out, even if it's not like actually in the gym. Like if I'm in the gym, like, you know, 2 times a week or whatever, you know, I want to go on runs. I want to run, get out there, you know, be active in some type of way. You know what I mean? I want to do all these things. And then, you know, I definitely want to, you know, so like I want to get closer to God as well. But my thing is like, I feel like every individual have their own relationship with God.
Yeah.
So I
Facts.
feel like in a way I'm not ready to go sit down in a church and be in a church with all these
Same,
other
yeah.
people, you know, because
Yeah.
I feel like it's like in those instances, it's like you're judged by the people in the church with, you know, it's weird. Like, I don't know. Like I've been to churches before
get it.
and I've
I
been
get
in
it. That's why,
situations
yeah.
where I'm there
It's a
and I'm
big
like,
step.
you know, you're sitting there and you're trying to have a better relationship, and these people are like, oh, and you just look to your side and you feel like you're being judged, and you shouldn't be judged. And you know, in that place, that's the place that you're supposed to be least judged in all of wherever you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of weird, and I'm just not ready yet to push that. But I definitely want to, on my own, get closer and closer with God, and I just want to hope. You know, the baby's coming in April. I just want to be the best dad I can be. You know, at the end of the day, like that, those are things that I want to do. And coming forward, you know, my daughter, I want her to grow up and be like, this is what a man's like, and have that father figure and male figure in her life and depend on me, you know, so that when she gets older, she's like, I know what it's supposed to be like. I know who I'm supposed to, you know, look at and be like,
That's the American dream, people. American dream.
It's freaking.
Wait, so I have one question though. Since you are a married man,
Yes, sir.
under 30 years old, which is very, very
Yes,
rare.
sir.
What was it about her?
Everything. I mean, even from the point of when we met, you know what I mean?
How did you guys meet?
So we met like, it was like
Bro, shut up. No, let him talk, Doug. Shut up. Let him talk.
Mutual friends.
Talk.
You know, one guy that became like a really good friend of mine, you know. I don't know. It was kind of weird. He has a fashion brand now. He's kind of
Wait, I think I know who you're talking about. Dark skin?
Yeah.
Has a white shirt on?
What?
Necklace?
Honestly, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Have you seen that guy?
So basically, I'm responsible for Rob's marriage.
Yeah. Glow. Yeah, get out of here, guy.
Oh my God.
Man, what was it about? What was it about her for real?
Nah, so like when we first met, it wasn't. I know a lot of people say like, oh, they do like, they go out, like when people try to go find girls, they go out to like clubs, they go out to bars, they go out to like house parties, whatever and whatnot, and they do all these things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dating sites, and they're like, oh yeah, look at this girl, blah blah blah, and they, you know, they keep going and they try to get at, you know, all these females, women, whatever you know, and I was talking to her a little bit, and you know, we were Snapchatting, texting, you know, so on and so forth, and it kind of took a while to like kind of build anything, you know what I mean? And eventually she wasn't even here. She was, you know, at her grandma's in a different state. She came home, and then we finally like met up. And when we met up, it was just straight talking. Yeah. Like we sat
like
and we just talked. Like,
known her.
Yeah, like we just talked and we had a great conversation. Like we were talking till like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Like face to face in person, having a great conversation.
Like you ain't never done
Next
that with
week,
me.
Hey, what are you doing? Let's go hang out. We get together, talk. And we just built off of that, you know what I mean? So we were going through like 3 months of just talking, and not just like texting, FaceTiming, but like in person, real conversations, diving deep into like, yo, how'd you grow up? Da 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 da. Oh, what is this? What is that? You know, favorite colors and all that is like superficial. You know what I mean? Like we actually had real conversations diving deep into like each other's past and where we want to be, where we want to grow and all these things. And then we kept going and eventually, you know, it's funny too, because I asked her out on July 4th. So then we started dating on July 4th. And then from that point, you know, led to another and we just grew this relationship and like it stood on principle, you know what I mean? Because we both opened up each other's doors and we both became vulnerable and talked and we had, you know, a lot of things in common, but at the same time, like we could build off each other, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like her being able to make me better and then me making her better, those are like key principal things. And we stood in the relationship when we first like started talking, like we talked and we came up with like, you know, these different rules and one was never lie. Yeah. It's honestly like such a cliche thing to say, but like, oh, like honesty is the best policy.
No, it is. It is.
Like I'd rather you tell me the truth and it hurt rather than you lie to me and then me finding out and it hurt. Yeah. They're two different types of damage, two different types of trauma.
Hurts 2 times more.
You know, exactly.
At least
so,
one's
like,
from a respect level.
Yeah, honestly, like you don't respect me enough to tell me. Like that's crazy. So like that. And then number 2, like a lot of times people don't have like, even now in our day and age, people don't have like, they can't deal with their emotions. A lot of people have the emotions and they stub them down inside and they don't know how to deal with them. So then they lash out and they, you know, that sounds kind of kiddish and like, you know, childish to say, but like people lash out. It could be in like terms of people crashing out or it could be in terms of people like acting a certain way and being like kind of weird. So I always said, if you have feelings, tell me how you feel. You know what I mean? Like, don't let me hinder how you feel or don't let me be the reason why you can't express yourself. Like, no matter what you say, it'll never hurt me to the point where I'm going to make sure that you suppress your feelings and you can't express yourself. You know what I mean? So I'd always say like this thing. And it's like, I would even say like, if you're upset, you're upset. Cuss me out. Yell at me, cuss me out, say whatever, get it off your chest. Because I'd rather have you get it off your chest so now it's in the air that we can talk about it. Even if it's like, all right, go take a breather, we'll come back and talk about it. I'd rather have it be that way than you suppress it and then like 2 months down the line, you're blowing up. And then it makes it like a way bigger thing than it needs to be. You know what I mean? So like, honestly, like, I can't ask for better, honestly. Like, everything that we've been through and even growing, like, I'm beyond blessed. So.
Yeah, I thought mine was going to be the same way.
You feel me?
Shut up,
thought I'd be getting married. That was a plan. So didn't work out.
Hey, man. Say, man.
I didn't get married. So
hey.
We don't talk anymore.
You don't talk anymore.
Oh, wait. We got to, so I wanted to do questions in the beginning because we always miss them. And since Rob is here too, we can all have 3 different opinions and thoughts. Confidential thoughts. Let's go with Sammy's question first. Not your last name, but you know who you are. Shout out to Sammy for asking a question.
Yeah, fair.
She said, this is actually a very good one. How do men view other men that are in relationships but go clubbing? Or go out on spring break?
So men that are in relationships and the men goes up, like the man
like,
goes
how
out.
would you view? Yeah, how would you?
How would I view that?
Yeah.
Honestly, it depends, to be honest, because I feel like it depends in the situation that man is in. If that man's in a relationship where they both trust each other and they both have the type of relationship where they can trust each other to do whatever, because I feel like trust is a big thing in these things. And if you don't trust your other person or they have insecurities when it comes to you going out in certain situations, I feel like that is the biggest thing. I know a lot of people, like, especially now with like trending, especially on women, they get a lot of hate when they go to like spring break, Florida, Miami. It's like, oh, I'd never let my girl do that, and all these things. And like, to that point, it's a fair point. Because, like, I mean, if you're going to go on spring break and you want to just go have a good time with your friends or whatever, I mean, I guess it depends on, like, the place, you know? Like, because you could always go to, like, I don't know, a different place in the country. You can go out of the country. You can go to, like, Aruba, wherever. But, I mean, it depends on the trust that you have. Like, I mean, I view another man going out and, like, I mean, to be honest, that's kind of crazy. I ain't viewing no man and thinking, like, I ain't thinking much of anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I go out and I'm like, oh, and I see this guy and this guy's cool, and I'm like, yo, you're like, you know what I'm saying? You're a bro, you're a homie. Like, it's cool. Like, I'm not gonna say nothing on him and his relationship. You know what I mean? I feel like that just goes against guy code too. Like, that's just like, I'm gonna let you do you. Who am I to interfere in what you do? You know what I mean? Like, as anything.
You're not
you know
in the
what I mean?
relationship, like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're
Like,
not seeing what goes on behind the scenes,
and
like,
I don't know.
Because what if his girlfand's out at another club?
Like, I don't know you,
or what
so,
if she's
like,
on vacation?
I mean, I can't really give a. It'd be different if it's one of my boys. See, so that's a different perspective.
Do that perspective.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's like you or Paulie, and I'm like, all right, you're like, we're going out or something like that, or for instance, you're going out to go on spring break or whatever, and you're leaving your girl at home. It's a different situation. So if you're in a relationship where you guys are good, I'm not saying nothing. It's cool. Like, you're good. You know what I mean? I don't have a viewpoint or perspective that's necessarily bad on that because you guys are in a good relationship. Now, if it's in a toxic and a bad relationship where you guys are constantly fighting, you guys don't have any type of connection to hold you guys and no trust, then that's where I'm going to be like, yo, is it a good idea? Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to sit you down and be like, yo, like, as a bro, like, as a homie, like, I don't have any type of say-so or I, like, I'm not going to interfere, but at the same time, I'm going to be like, yo, like, what are you doing? Yeah. I'm like, bro, like, you like her?
Yeah.
You with her? Like, what's going on? And you tell me what's up. And I'm like, I'm like, bro, then what are you doing? Yeah. Like, just cut it off.
The thing is, too,
Call
even in our, like, friendship, like, we very express, like, how, not maybe the whole detailed, but we very express how, like, our love life is going on. You know what I'm saying? We talk about it. We're best friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, it's never detail to detail. Like, oh, this happened and blah, blah. No, but it's like, bro, you're going to ask, oh, how's or how's this going? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're going to tell me, he's going to tell me, I'm going to tell you, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're a grown-ass man. Your relationship's your relationship. You decide what y'all have in there. Y'all have your confidence. Y'all have your trust. You don't have trust. You don't have this. At the end of the day, who am I to judge? Yeah. Because I've probably either been through the same thing or I'm happy.
I mean, at the end of the day.
Exactly, dog. Like, you, like, and if you somebody that you don't even know me and I don't know you, the fuck I look like judging you because you out at a club. That's just like some weird, it's kind of weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a grown man. You can do what you want to do at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's weird to have, I feel like it's more weird to have perspectives on other people in general. Not even just men, but like, if you don't know that person or whatever, and then you're just out there, like, it's like, that's just weird. You know what I mean? It's weird to even say something on someone that you don't know. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, that's another thing, like, it's weird with the question. Because, like, if the question's asking, how do you view men going on spring break with other men? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you, I don't know you.
I feel like you should have those bonding moments with your friends, though, too. Exactly. Like, you should be able to, like you said, it's about the trust. Like, you will bring the trust on the vacation with you. I know my girl is at home, so I'm gonna consider in every single move that I make when I'm out here by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not gonna not run it through your partner either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, are you okay with this?
Yeah.
Like, are you okay if I go do this or go do that? You're not just gonna go out and be like, oh yeah, I'm out here right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's healthy to have those nights where, like, I'm with a girl and like her and her girlfriends go out. I think it's a healthy thing to do, and I stay at the crib. Like,
100%.
And then sometimes I want to go out with my dogs, and like, it's healthy to do that. It's
you can't just be sitting just you two. Yeah, you can't do that. That's crazy.
You gotta think. And she has her friends. You have your friends. You know what I'm saying?
And it should be like,
you gotta be able to have healthy multiple relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it should be to a point though where not because they're out, you're at home with anxiety. Like, you should trust this person. Like, you should be at peace. You should actually be happy that they're going out and still connecting with their friends.
Honestly, at the end of the day, like, real talk, Lo, have the trust, and if it falls through, it falls through.
Yeah.
Not enough people do this. If you, like, trust the other person, just put blind faith into the fact that you think that they're going to do exactly what you expect of them. And at the end of the day, if they come back, like, yeah, it's going to hurt. Yeah, you're going to have some type of emotional bond that's broken. But at the end of the day, like, that goes and it's over with and you move on. It might take time. Time heals all wounds, and you might build and go and do your own thing and get better and heal from it. But at the end of the day, like, not enough people, they crash out. Too many people go ballistic over it.
Do you think a lot of times that people in relationships and they let their partner go out, or they're not let, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, their partner goes out. you think that they are trying to build that trust, but the whole time they're expecting the worst?
I think
is that what ruins it?
No,
like,
I think
instead of being like, oh, they're out.
It's already doomed from the start if that's the case scenario.
Yeah,
because I mean, I'm not an expert, but based off of what I've seen, based off of what I think, in my opinion, I think people subconsciously already have that idea planted in their head.
Yeah.
You know what
Probably
I mean? So
maybe from the past or
past trauma, baggage that they bring, or say
guiltiness, like
just any of those sorts of things. Like I think that you already have that, and then you're automatically afraid that your partner going out means the end all be all. You know what I mean? So like I just think these people or anyone who's in that, you know, they haven't fully healed from their past, or they just have trouble with separation, abandonment, or any type of issues of that nature.
A hot take.
I don't think that's really a hot take. I think that's just like 100%
But a lot of people don't
facts.
want to admit that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Well,
people
the thing is a lot of people with
like
insecurities can't admit it.
Like a lot of like he said a couple podcasts ago, like what's something that people don't like. He basically said that toxic relationships, people think being toxic in a relationship is healthy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what a relationship is.
No.
So doing that, that's you abiding by it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being like, all right, this is toxic. You're out the whole time, and I'm telling you, fuck you, be happy with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
bro, but I'm over here sitting in the corner like this. Like, you know,
that's true.
I think the only I think the only time it's justified to, I guess, have an issue, but this is with communication though, is if like your partner is constantly going out. You know what I'm saying? Like at a club.
Like an unhealthy
constant,
amount.
like just like every weekend. Like then like we need to sit down and have a conversation about.
Yeah, because that's a whole different thing.
Why are you going out why is there a girls' night or a boys' night? It's not just about one gender, but why are you going out every single weekend and I'm at the crib? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like our weekends are not even our weekends anymore because you're out Friday.
Yeah, there has to be a balance.
Yeah, then I think that's an issue. But other than that, like it's healthy to go on a girl's
adventure
trip.
out.
Like it's healthy to go on your boys' trip.
And
like
you
it's
need
good.
space too.
Yeah, you need
space is healthy in a relationship. Because he said space.
He said you grow with each other, but you also, it's not growing from a way of toxicity. It's growing like building each other up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's what building each other up is. Like you have your own personality, but you always come back as one, and then like you grow with that. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
That was a good question. I like that.
Yeah, it was.
So now we're gonna go to Mary's. So she said first date stuff, like do's and don'ts. How to tell if it's just a hookup or a long term. That's good.
Okay. All right. So since it was a girl, I'll give it from a guy's perspective. So another thing so first dates.
Do's and don'ts.
Not necessarily. I'm gonna go first date into do's and don'ts because a lot of people, especially women, off the first date automatically suggest because of where the first date was or what they did on the first date automatically means something bad. A first date isn't about who can bring me to the fanciest restaurant. The first date's not about who could spend the most money on me. First date's not about any of that. The first date is about getting to know the person. So it doesn't matter necessarily where they bring you. It matters what goes on. As a gentleman, you wouldn't want to bring your first date somewhere bad.
Exactly.
Like as a gentleman, you're going to be like, what can I do to wow this girl? What can I do to impress this girl? So you're going to go somewhere where you think is nice, amazing, fancy, nice, great. You know, somewhere you guys can have a great meal. It's nice, it's great, and you can build off that. Now, you're not gonna bring a girl to McDonald's. I mean, some people do that. That's them. It's on them.
What?
But at the same
feel
time,
very
like,
disrespected about that.
I'm just saying.
I didn't go to McDonald's. I went to Chick-fil-A. That's even better.
But if you're going out to go get food with a girl that you like, all right, you met this girl, whatever, and you go out to get food, that's completely different. If you're like, hey, let's go on a date, or hey, can I take you out on a date, and you bring them there, that's completely different than you already being together. Like, hey, you hungry? Let's go grab some food.
So what do you think about this? Buy a Chick-fil-A, go to a special beach.
It's a great date.
Talk. Then
That's
we go
completely
to
different.
Then
It's because you're going from there.
Then we go grab a drink.
Yeah,
we go grab a drink at a pool bar. And there was nobody in the pool bar.
You're just explaining what you did.
I know exactly.
So I don't want to hear it.
No, I'm acting like it acting like it wasn't me.
You're in a relationship.
I'm trying to tell you.
Are you in a relationship?
Yes, but I'm trying to tell.
Did it work?
I'm trying to say it from a different perspective. So if you do judge, I'm like, damn, who's that guy?
It's not judging.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who is that?
But like I said, the main point of it was it's how the date goes, what you guys do, how the compatibility, you know what I mean? So off rip, once you bring a girl to a nice nice place, whatever you think is nice and whatever you think she will like. I mean, because you're not going to bring a girl and the girl's not going to say yes unless you haven't talked or communicated for a little bit now. You're not going to ask a girl you've never met first off rip, hey, let me take you out on a date. You know, you're going to be like, hey, what's up, and talk and kind of build a little bit of a foundation. Once you go on that date, I would say open up, but don't open up too much. There's
gotta be a Virgo.
You don't want to spill everything because then you'll look like a weirdo. People are going to be like, what? She's going to be like, why are you telling me your life story? This is weird. You kind of have to build up to opening up the doors so that it's a back and forth, open flow of communication. And you want to don't be too cool. Don't be too chill. Don't be too nonchalant, and don't overdo it. Because at the end of the day, you putting on this persona that you're like, oh, whatever. Like, I'm not shooting out you. You chill. Because your natural personality is nonchalant. Yeah. So off of you meeting this person and even talking to them, they're already gonna get that vibe. Yeah. If you meet this person and they meet you one time and you're like, oh, it's cool, and then you take them on a date and you act completely different from the first time that you talked, they're gonna be like, who? Like, this is not who I talked to. This is not who I gave my number to. You know what I mean? So
I feel like one toxic thing that comes up, because she did say, and how you know it's only a hookup. I feel like first date with a guy that just wants to hook up, they kind of love bomb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they do that love. I think make them feel that affection.
Compliment bomb.
You could say both though. You could say love bomb is
like love bomb. I feel like is like a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because it's not love. I don't think you can love. Yeah, I don't think you can love bomb in the initial setting of you meeting. I feel like you can compliment bomb, talking about the way they look, how good they look, their body, their face. Like, those things are all superficial, and I think those things is kind of how you can tell if someone's constantly complimenting how beautiful you are or how good you look and your body is so amazing. Things of these nature. That's kind of like. You know what I mean? Because like a guy's not coming up you off and just being like, oh my God, like, dang girl, like saying that, like that's too much. Like that's over the top and that's too much. I feel like them actually conversating you and having an actual conversation is kind of how you can tell. Because they're gonna ask questions about you. Because if a guy wants to hook up with you, he don't care. And you can tell he don't care in the questions that he asks. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna rush it, he's gonna push it and be like, and then the quickest time he's gonna try to push it. Yeah, he wants to get out of there. He wants to. Oh, can we go to your place? Can we go to my place? Come to my place. Da da da. He's gonna push the issue to like try to make it fast. If it's like I said, like even how I met my girl, it went till 2 a.m. just talking. You know what I'm saying? Like it just constantly flows, and you can kind of feel it.
Sure, it wasn't 4.
Not what happened. I was there.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
how you gonna do that?
What's it called? I agree. I agree with Rob.
This guy's crazy.
With the complimented thing.
Angle.
But I also think...
Rob's like, pause the camera.
I also think that...
Pause the camera. Go.
I want to make this awkward.
You want to make it awkward?
Yeah.
Shit.
But,
No.
But I think...
Cheers. Make it awkward.
That was hella awkward. That was unintentional. But I think...
purely intentional.
Yeah, it was.
I think like selling a dream, like if someone's just selling you a dream from the jump, then like it's probably a red flag.
Facts.
Like if and also with the whole hookup culture thing, that's all, it's kind of all on you, to be honest. It's your own boundaries and if you want to go against it that night or not. Most likely men and the way they think with the social media push, if you give it to them the first night, they're gone. Like it's like the social media world that we live in now. Like most of these younger dudes think that if a girl...
But what about the people that hang on, though?
Like but that's what I'm saying.
They wait those 30 days. And
they're not hanging on long.
You can't.
There ain't no... I'm telling you right now.
Not like 30... You know what I'm saying.
30 days is crazy. Ain't no...
But I'm saying the guys that literally just want it to hook up. But I'm just saying, like... That's all I'm saying.
If you want to pull it and do on... What movie is that? It's something Tyler Perry movie.
90-day thing, bro.
Yes, bro. The 90-day thing. Bro... You do that today's age, bro, you're golden. You're going to find out who is what and what is who.
Yeah.
Just saying, like, because, like, nobody's waiting 30 days.
But at the same time,
or 60.
No.
Yes.
But
guys will wait. Guys will wait just to get what they want. Like, if she's given that affection and this and that, and he's just, like, playing along, but then when he finally gets it, he's like, yeah, whatever.
Nah, it's not even that. I think it's the option factor of things, too. He might not be waiting. He might be waiting for your 90 days, but he might have another shorty that he's still messing with so he could get past that 90 days. You get what I'm saying? Like you might be having this rule on him. And he's like, all right, cool. Like, you're cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You might along.
You might even have a conversation. She might even have a conversation with him like, hey, like, I'm not really trying to, I want to build a real, genuine connection.
Yeah, but even if he has a roster, I don't see how. All right, so say you have, for instance, 3 people on the roster, right?
Yeah.
And say you want to do a 30, 60, 90. This person 30, this person 60, this person 90, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, in that time frame of you doing that, either 1, something's slipping out, or 2, if you got the 30 and you already hit after 30, why are you going to 60 and 90 anyway? You
have a hookup. It's not just like a one night thing.
Exactly. So you have a continuous hookup, right?
Yeah.
What is pushing you to even try to get this 60, 90?
The chasing aspect of it.
Chasing. Some people, some men like to chase. It literally, they like that.
Like shit. I want it because she's like making it hard, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even so, I feel like you can still tell. You know what I mean? Because like, it takes a lot of effort to like build a relationship with 3 different people.
People, people do that shit. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's also different tips and tactics in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're with a person and you've been talking to them for like 60, 90 days, whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. If they constantly never on their phone, they constantly being hiding and mischievous, like you can automatically tell off that.
Yeah.
Like don't sit there and think in your head, oh yeah, we're having such a good time. That's why they're not on their phone. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy.
But like, I feel like there's other things. Some people get blinded with that fact.
I mean, they could.
Because they enjoy the presence, but they don't see what the person, reality of what they feel. All right,
so if you want to be like that, right? Make the person post you on their dang Snapchat story.
People don't do that when they're just talking. Though.
Yeah, but Instagram's like more long term, right? Because then you got to delete the picture.
If we talking about relationships, we're not. We're talking about hookup culture.
It's not hookup culture. She asked the question of when do you know someone wants to hook up with you, and when do you know that someone wants something for real, basically. Yeah. So and the dates and do's and don'ts and stuff. You know what I mean? So like in this sense, say you go through the first date's good. You guys start hanging out, and you guys continuously hang out. You could tell based off the way they act. Actions prove. You know, actions are louder than words.
But that's why I asked about like, what if they're playing the game and they're just like, you know what I'm saying? They're playing along and then.
You can play the game, but how long are you going to play the game for 90 days and that person don't catch on? I mean, at the end of the day, all right, so we're going to wrap this up, right? Real quick. You, as the female in this certain situation, you have to be the person who sees everything and does everything. This person takes you out. They want to be nice. You're listening to all the things they say. You have to be the person to be able to discern and tell what they're saying from lies and the truth. And at the end of the day, too, you have to be able to make sure that you're not getting into whatever it is. A lot of people are going to tell you lies. It could be men, women, or, it doesn't really matter who. Yeah. A lot of people could tell you lies, and a lot of people could say a lot of things to you, but you have to be able to tell which are lies and which are the truth. So if you're going out and you're going on date after date and things aren't working, then, like, you have to figure out yourself, what am I doing that is making these dates go by so quick, or me giving it up and then they're leaving after? At the end of the day, you have to figure that out, because if you don't want it to happen again, and it happens with multiple people, at the end of the day, like, it's really bad to say, but you're the problem.
Yeah, and sometimes I think what happens with these hookup is when you do hook up with the con of hooking up with someone in the beginning stages is you never got to know who they are as a person.
Exactly.
So at this point, you might think they're leaving you because they got what they wanted, but they might have just gotten to know you and they don't actually like who you are as a person, but you made the mistake of sleeping with them the first night. So like now it just seems like they were with you just for that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's why it's good to have, like he said,
an emotional bond first.
And also understand like who you are as a person. Cause like you know who you are when you're dating people. If you know you fall for people faster, why would you get physical first? You know what I'm saying?
Boom, boom.
So it ties into self-love and it ties into knowing who you are and your boundaries are so important.
Yeah.
And you always have to stay on. As a woman, this is like my number one advice to y'all. Stay on top of communicating with men. Because if you just don't say anything and you assume, you're cooked. Like
communication is so key. And
like if you
just
let
people think that men can't communicate.
No.
You just don't ask the questions.
Men are very simple human beings, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't see texting as communicating. I don't see it. I want to speak face to face. I want to talk about this. I want to see how you, not just how you react, like facial expressions and all that.
But texting builds the foundation, though. It is a part of the foundation.
In the beginning, but then now when we're dating, the only way you can speak to me is through text. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people fall for that.
I mean, it plays into parts too. I mean, if you're talking to somebody and you're texting and it builds a foundation, seeing each other kind of builds off of that foundation. So
Yeah.
I think that they, you know, in a sense, you might want to see them and stuff and everything like that. But like, you got to play both parts because you can't like, you don't want to be too pushy. If you're constantly asking to see that person's might be like, all right, this is weird. And
No, I'm not saying that as like I want to see you all the time. I'm saying communication wise, like if we have a problem, time, like, I want you to be like, can we talk? And we're meeting up and talking.
Yeah, true. You know? But maybe sometimes people can't.
Yeah,
maybe that's a thing where you can't come face to face. So I just think overall,
I'm just saying that's
being
my
able
like,
to express. That's true. Yeah.
Like that's how I like to, face to face.
Yeah.
Sit down, talk. I don't like that like texting because it's like, all right, we were just face to face and you didn't want to say nothing, but now that you're behind the phone, now you want to express what you feel.
True.
And I feel like that's just like it's not okay. Like,
I mean, I guess it all depends too because people have different types of things. Maybe people are confrontational and they can speak and express how they feel right off the rip, and then sometimes people are like, oh, I need a minute to cool down, gather my thoughts, and then come back to it and be able to talk. There's a whole different things. It all ultimately depends on the person that you're talking to and how you guys coexist.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that was a pretty good question overall. So
your dudes in a first date, be fly as hell.
Smell good.
You gotta smell good. The basics. Don't overdo it. Be yourself.
And be fly.
Because if that is your person, she will align with you. You don't have to be a different person to do anything. The don'ts, don't be late. Don't go in there on your phone. And don't go to McDonald's. If you don't have money to go, like, nigga, you should not be dating.
Don't go on a date.
Like, if you don't have...
You don't gotta go no $5,000 million fucking...
I give you a great date idea. If you don't have any money at all, and but you have a car. I'm a little hungry. But if you don't have money and you have a car,
that boy said, shut up.
Bro, bring your towel and go to the beach and go sit down and watch the sunset. Like, women love beauty. The sunset is beautiful. And just have a conversation. I promise you she'll remember that for the rest of her life. Especially if it's a conversation that allows her to open up. Yeah, put some thought into stuff, bro. You don't have to be simple. Sometimes it's better. I have to overdo it because then you have to be consistent with like you can't, you know what I'm saying? You have to be consistent with it. So just be who you are.
And also know her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, know her.
Even if you don't know her to the fullest extent, pick up on, key pieces, listen and figure out what she does and doesn't like. If she's a person who hates the beach, then don't go to the beach. You know what I mean? If she's a person who hates this type of food, don't bring that food around her. You know what I mean? So like, he was pretty spot on with it. You know what I mean? You don't got to go crazy with the date ideas and spend a bunch of money.
If she's allergic to peanuts, don't bring peanuts,
Peanuts.
Yeah, peanuts.
I have something to say about first dates. It's a very hot take, but I don't think for a first date, when you're initially just meeting someone, not someone you've known for a long time, I don't think you should go on a dinner date. That's my hot take because you don't actually get the chance and the opportunity to get to know that person because I feel like most people go on a first date with low-key affront. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're not good at articulating yourself and having good conversations,
kind of holding things back, kind of like who they.
No, it's more like I feel like
it's for sure.
They try to act better, like.
Yeah, and it feels like a job interview more than like a natural flow. Everyone's trying to be too perfect on a dinner date. I like to do things like maybe go to we could still get food, but we could go to the arcade. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We could get food, but we could go do some type of event that allows me to see your personality so we could laugh and like be a little competitive. But obviously I'm not going to dunk on you. You know what I'm saying? But be a little competitive and just like really, just like you said, be thoughtful with it. Like you could go-kart. Like you could do some
roller skating,
some fun. You know what I'm saying?
You was not letting nobody win in no go-kart or basketball. I'm just letting you know right now, bro. We both noticed. Me and them both noticed. I'm a Virgo. You're not gonna be like, you won.
I still to this day don't let nobody win.
Oh God, especially when
you losing tonight.
Laser tagging. So
we're gonna do like 2-player games, like me and you versus somebody else, like
Yeah.
I ain't doing no team.
So it doesn't always have to be. It doesn't always have to be like a dinner date the first time.
He said it's me and you.
Damn nigga, can I talk?
Yeah, go.
I was joking. That's to be awkward. It's to be awkward. It's to be awkward.
Yeah, you made it. I'm sorry I got so defensive. I'm sorry. I kind of got a little riled.
That's crazy.
I think any woman, I think any.
Me and you. Yo, you is in the middle right now, bro. Like, what's up? We both wearing dark colors. You got that one white on. What's up?
You're unreleased. Anyways, let me just finish up really. I think any woman would appreciate something that just requires a little bit of thought. Just be thoughtful. That's it. I don't really go on dates that much, but if I do, I am a little thoughtful. That's all I have to say.
What's that next question, bro?
All right, now
Let's roll.
Tatum, your sister asks, how can you break negative thinking?
Negative thoughts,
Negative thinking. Is it negative thinking in an overthinking way? Is it negative thinking as in just
I feel like
use
it's
it in a general sense.
Yeah, I feel like it's
all right,
like
so in a general
popping up,
sense,
yeah.
whatever you're thinking about, I think you should face head on. Honestly, I think you should pick up a time and place depending on what it is. So if it's past trauma with specific people, I think that you should go and face those head on. Find a time where you can talk to that person and let them know exactly how you're feeling and how to fix it. I mean, that's how I would do it. I mean, I've done that in a couple of my situations where I feel like I personally had things going on with past trauma and I did not like how things went, ended, and are continuing to go. And I went to that person and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. This is how I'm feeling. This is what's up. I don't like any of this stuff. And they came back, they apologized, whatever, and we talked about it and we had a conversation and now things are moving forward and they're going better. You know what I mean? So in those situations, I think that you have to face those things. If they're overthinking and possibilities and things of negative thoughts that you're putting in yourself in your own head and you're talking to yourself and making you think these negative thoughts, then I think you have to talk to yourself. I think you have to find yourself. I think you have to have, honestly, be honest with yourself. You know what I mean? Because most of these thoughts are subconscious. Most of these things are things that you think that you don't even know that you're thinking and putting in your own head, not other people. It's yourself. And I think you have to calm down, figure out what's going on with yourself, find your identity, find love, and figure out, you know what I mean? You can't love other people and do all these things to other people without doing it to yourself first. So I think that you really have to sit down and have a eternal spiritual conversation with yourself.
I like that. I'm gonna go there. So with overthinking, I mean breaking negative thoughts, something that I've learned because I struggled with it a lot when I was younger, is it's all made up. It's literally in your head. So why not put everything you put into the universe, you're manifesting it. So why would you manifest negativity into your life when you can trust the process of what's going on and just think positively? You will always figure it out if you try.
Yeah.
If you sit, it's like praying to God and then expecting like some result to come. But you have no work behind it.
Like the bike scenario with God.
Yeah.
I went and stole a bike and I prayed for God for forgiveness because he didn't bring the bike the first time around.
Yeah.
You know, you can't pray for something or think of something and think it's going to come right away. You know what I mean? That's not how it works. But if you constantly think of these things, like he's saying, you're manifesting it. And that's where the negativity comes from. If it's a constant thing in your mind, then it's going to come. Or even if it doesn't come, it's going to be in your head.
I feel like even those days where like you're doing that positive work and you are negative, act like you're positive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like do the same things. Tell yourself the positive things. Do this, do that. Even if those negative thoughts are winning that day, you just have to keep fighting it. Like you have to just keep going and going. You don't allow them to win ever.
Yeah.
And a thing you could do, I know I keep bringing it up, but a thing you can do, like when you're thinking negatively, literally pray. Or write it if that's not your thing yet. Go into your notes app and just start writing. Just start journaling, like how you feel. And I promise you will have an outlet and a map to understand how to get rid of this feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true.
And
because you do that.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I journal. I write so much.
Yeah.
And
you low key got me into the poems wise. Yeah.
Yeah. And it all starts with self-love though, you know what I mean? If self-love is a reflection of the work that you put into. You know what I'm saying? Like if you love yourself, then you know it's gonna work out. Mm-hmm. If you're confident in what you're doing, then you know it's gonna work out. Yeah. So it's literally all an internal thing, like you said, that you have to accept. And life is not always butterflies. Like it's
never.
It's bound to be bad.
Roller coaster.
Not bad, but there's nothing bad in life. You know,
highs and lows.
There's highs and there's lows. There's complications, and sometimes this is what makes your character. You have to get through the lows to get back to the high. Yeah. Everything's a test, and you have to pass the test. You know what I'm saying?
Character development, you
yeah, bro. How do you feel about breaking negative thoughts? How do you do it?
I'll basically say what Rob said. Like you have to just face them head on. Like it's like I said earlier in the podcast about like my whole sister and everything. Distraction is like the most like killing thing.
Yeah, it's
You know what I'm saying? Like you have things on your mind, bro. You're hurting every day. You're dealing with a lot of things, and besides being like, okay, let me like maybe talk to somebody, or let me like see where this internally is like coming from. You go out, you go clubbing, you go drink, you go this, you that. No, you need to face them head on.
Yeah.
You need to find out what's wrong, because think about this. You keep distracting yourself and keeping those things in. Think about 40 years from now. Those things that were making you negative, it's unintentionally going to come out on your kids, your workplace, your relationship, and all that. You have to deal with it. And personally, there's things that you can do to break it.
Sorry.
What's so funny?
I don't know. Sorry.
No, speak.
No. Is
it this kid over here, dog?
Nah, just continue.
No. Yeah, but yeah, that's really it. Face head on. How you break it?
I can't. Go ahead.
Go.
This
Wait.
is awkward.
I already went. I went the first time. It's
This
the next
is fucking
question.
awkward.
You want to make everything awkward. You say
All right.
awkward.
That's what I'm
Don't
saying.
make it
One more,
less
one more.
awkward.
You don't even know how to spell
roll, baby.
awkward, dog.
one more. Yeah,
What
dude.
you
Spell
talking
it.
about?
AWKD. Wait. AWKWARD.
Crazy, Gango.
I was thinking too fast.
Awkward.
Yo,
Awkward.
I was a spelling bee. I was a spelling bee
Awkward.
champion.
Awkward.
All right, don't disrespect my
That's
spelling.
crazy, bro.
All right, we have
I
one
hope
last.
you know that's going in the beginning.
Yeah, it's
That's
cool.
crazy.
We have one last question though. I like this one too. Your thoughts on why marriages don't last these days, and the significance or insignificance of good friends. Let's do that one.
Can you read
All
it
right,
again?
bet.
One
I
more
got
time.
you.
One more time.
Let's
Go ahead.
let's do your thoughts on the significance or insignificance of good friends.
I'll do both.
I'm
Don't matter to
Jamaican,
me.
guys.
Honestly, like,
remember
me-
All
accent.
right, so
No, let me go. You went first last time. Let me
I
say.
go first. every
Basically,
Ladies first. It's a joke. Sorry.
I've been picking on me. I'm joking. No bullshit. Like my family life, like you grew, bro, you know me since forever. Like you were there when. No. I don't care. But I'm saying it to you because you already know what I'm gonna say. Probably he probably knows. That's why I'm gonna say it. But I'm just saying so the crowd knows that you know me forever.
Argumentative.
But yeah,
I guess I'm new.
sorry, Doug. Sorry, you're the awkward one. Sorry. But basically, my friends are my family, and they've taken care of me more than imaginable. You know, they've done things for me. They've helped me out through a lot of things. As much as they want to clown and laugh right now, because the backhand is strong. But I love you guys, and I
gonna
feel
get
like the
beat up.
significance of friends is that
Feels like paper.
a lot of a lot of friends they do become family, and
Nah, it's facts.
especially if you act towards it as like a relationship, not like a lovey-dovey relationship, but like even in friendship, you need communication, you need truth, you know, you need those hard times. Like, you know, it builds character, because character isn't just within yourself, it's with the people that you bring around you, you know? And if those people motivate you, if
You need
you
to
with
see-
a bunch of
You need to
let
see
me
each other
talk.
naked.
If we're around a bunch of people and those people aren't bringing you up and just not really, they're jealous of you, you know, like, but it's they're not your friends. Like that's probably the how you said the word, insignificant.
I'm Jamaican.
Yeah,
I
he said
have
it.
a
No,
reason.
shut up.
And he
I
can't
have a
say
reason.
But that's what it is. Like you meet a lot of fake people in your life, and it can be family, it can be friends, it could be somebody you don't even know, but you maybe met them once. You know, you got a lot of fake people in your life, and a lot of people that don't want you to strive in life and succeed. And I feel like that's the bad part about it, because people can really show you and play along like, oh, like I care about you and this and that, but at the end of the day, they don't give two
You think he
damns
does a
about
bad job of character picking? Like, do you think he allows people
That's
to be
true.
in his life? And
If you pick bad people to be your friends, you could lead down the path of this guy here.
Oh my!
You think no? Really, I think he does a bad job at like character picking.
If we're gonna start getting on people, all right, bet, no, let's go. I want to do this.
Hold on.
I'm
He's
joking,
too
I'm
forgiving.
joking.
That's Sev. Anyways, he has a point. I think a lot of people in general, partially including him, people pick people and I feel like they build a bond, and once they build that bond, they have a little bit of something, and that allows them to keep forgiving the
Mhm.
person because they don't want to lose the person that they built that bond with. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing as being like, well, you did this for me and this for me, and I care about you because you did this for me, and I appreciate that you did that for me. So you doing that makes up for what you did for me. So it's like a balance thing. They're like, oh, you did that, so it's okay because you also did this. No.
I'll say this. Me personally, you're right. I have done that. I'm getting better at
I
it.
hate when you do that
feel
shit with
no,
niggas.
listen.
But it's okay though.
No, listen, I'll
because
tell
it
you
helps
why.
you build.
It comes to the point where, like I said earlier, you were always there for me. You know what I'm saying? Growing up,
Still
like
here.
there was points where, bro, there was no
Jesus.
like I was there by myself at my crib for months on end, and you were the only one there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's weird.
And but I was very forgiving when I was like in high school and when I got older or when I was younger too. It's just like I had very bad abandonment issues. I didn't want to lose that relationship because I lost. It's not
So
that I
much
lost
already.
family members like in that way of like them just being like, oh, I'm gonna hop out of your
But
life.
you're
It's just
afraid of losing the new
yes, they just
bonds.
left. Like you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and I didn't want people to just leave, so I did forgive people a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't leave you.
Nah, okay.
Yo, your chair is rapping over there. Like I can hear it every single time you talk.
DJ.
DJ chair alert. Oh, what up?
Terry,
That was
can
good.
you get along with what you were saying?
Yeah, so the significance of having great friends is that we can laugh like this. That's number one.
I don't even like to laugh.
On God, me neither. You can,
Like
you know what I'm
them,
saying?
dog.
Another important thing is the vulnerability aspect, especially as men that all come from
I'm sorry.
Are you laughing?
No, it's
I'm
Rob,
gonna
bro.
restart.
It's
I'm gonna
Rob,
restart.
dog. It's Rob.
So the significance of having friends.
This man's over here. Why you talking like
Nah,
this?
you thought I was really laughing. I'm not.
No, look at me. He's like this. He's like.
No, I'm gonna start this again. So my
Why
cat
is it
died.
only me? Why is it only me?
That's
No,
no. Why is it
keep
only
that in
me?
there.
Let's see if
Why
he
is it
laughs.
only me though?
My cat just died.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing because
Honestly,
you're just
bro,
staring at my
you're
eyes.
heartless.
All right, bet.
Cats are pretty
Bet.
cool.
Do it to him
people.
then.
Can't even hang. I'm like that.
Oh my god.
I'm like that.
No, but for real though, like the vulnerability part, like I didn't grow up with like men that encourage me to do good things. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up with the craziest shit ever. So for me to get to a point in my life, he did it all the time, like the love shit. Like I love you, I love you, I love you. On some shit. And then like I got comfortable. At first it was weird for me, not because I thought it was gay or anything like that, but it was just uncomfortable to know that like no one told me they loved me when I was
Never heard
younger.
it.
You know what I'm saying? So like when he was telling me, I'm like kind of being in denial about it in a way. You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't gonna lie, bro. No cap. It was because he was drunk. He always do that when he's drunk.
Yeah, he does.
No,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Light skins do it. Light skins do it.
Nah, he
Light
do.
skins
Nah,
do
he
it.
do.
No, but
Light skins do
I
it.
know I do
Nah,
it,
nah.
but even when
Nah,
I'm not.
he do it when he not, but when
Yeah.
he drunk, it's extra.
Every time I'm with you and I'm leaving, I'll say, "Love you, bro. I'll continue."
Yeah. But
Yeah,
even at the
do it every
wedding
single
though,
time.
even at the wedding,
No. But like before, it was like on some like high school stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, man would be sloshed up, be like,
And that's
Yo,
okay.
bro.
Oh, God, yeah.
And it's okay. It's
Yo,
okay.
bro.
Yeah, but I meant it.
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
But even like at the
I mean,
wedding,
we here, ain't we?
I'll drop a kick, motherfucker, for you, but
Yeah, dang.
I meant it.
even
Yeah,
at like the wedding situation, like when we were at your wedding and then we were at the end of the night.
You guys
and it
went to
was,
my wedding?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe I was in the dream that so what happened was at the end of the night, it was just all three of us. And
Oh,
like
no, facts.
and we like cried, like we all cried, like on some shit. Like I would never do that with no other niggas, bro. Like I would never just sit here and cry. Like, but that's because we share such a deep bond, regardless of us laughing now and shit like that. But like I don't have that bond with anyone else. And like we could go months, years without talking. But when we do see each other in person, like there's no awkwardness. Like it's just like we just dive right. I might be a little like I get silent, whatever you guys know, whatever. But anyways, like these 1 and 2, like regardless of him laughing, like these are my dogs, like for life.
Oh, that's
And
dog. Hey, that's gang go.
like I would.
You can't hold that. Chill out.
Don't look at me, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't
don't
do
try,
nothing. I didn't
don't
do
try.
nothing, bro.
I'm gonna try this again.
All right.
So these are my dogs for life, and
Sorry.
I ain't even do nothing,
Man,
bro.
bro. I love you, Doug. Just know that. I love you forever.
And the last, I'm just gonna say one more thing. You're taking me serious. Like you have to see each other naked. Like I've seen both of them naked.
Yo, that's crazy. That's wild.
Oh my God.
Hey, he ain't seen nothing.
I hate you like with a passion right now. Fuck the love
This
shit.
is going in the. You guys are cooked.
Oh my God.
You guys are cooked.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
but
bro.
did you already answer that question about this?
No, because Polly was like, I want to go first. You went first every time.
I didn't say every time. I said you went first last time.
Hey, rewind the clip. You remember the question? No, I don't even remember the question. Real crap.
She said the significance or the.
Oh, you.
Dang, you can't even talk
We
today.
can't even get through this shit, bro.
Dang,
Like,
no water in you. Dang.
Your thoughts on why marriages don't last these days and the significance or
Insignificance. Dang, boy, you can't talk. A good friend / peers. Okay, so marriages don't last because of what we talked about earlier. No communication, no trust. Now, if we're going to get to the friends part. You're a product of your environment. Many people talk about this all the time. If you go into a room and you're hanging out with a bunch of billionaires, you're bound to become a billionaire. If you hang out with a bunch of bums, you're bound to be a bum. You know what I mean? Because these type of people that you're around and you surround yourself with, they're going to either elevate you or you're just going to keep going downhill. So I think that having a good set of friends and good like support system, honestly, because that's what it is. You know, these guys are a support system. They're not just friends and my brothers. You know, they're damn near blood. So having people that will listen to you, check in on you, even if you don't talk, and you come back, it kicks right off like it never left. Having that is so much better than having a bad friend or having someone who's there around you all the time but never elevates you. They either keep it comfortable or they bring you down. So having someone there that's going to help you get through all the tough times, whether it's family loss, mental, emotional, or just needing somebody to talk to. Having any of those people be able to do that for you will help you become a better person. You know what I mean? And honestly, it'll help you reflect on yourself as well, too. You know what I mean? If you have a bunch of friends that are willing to be there for you and at the same time they're trying to build themselves and you're there for them, you'll just naturally bounce off each other and become better each and every day. And then you'll just continue to get better and better.
Pause.
like why do you do that?
He said pause.
I'll be so serious, and then he look at me like,
bounce energy.
Like,
This
why
guy's
you
trying to talk
doing
about.
that?
Nigga said bounce off each other.
That's crazy work, bro. Crazy work.
Yeah, that was facts though, for real. All jokes aside, that was facts. And like it's crazy though, because a lot of friendships don't even have that. Like we think like we're blessed to be in the position that we're in. That's all I'm trying to get to. That's all I'm trying to get
he's
to.
so serious. I'd be like, I'm like, we are blessed to be in the position we are. And then Tyreek look at me, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He said that.
You do that a lot.
Damn.
We're blessed to be in this position. Some of us have it harder.
All right, come on.
All right, I'm done. That was it. For real. That was
Got
it.
me over here sweating, laughing so much.
But yeah, man, that was a good. Yeah. You want to wrap it up?
Should we?
Yeah.
What else can we do? Oh, I get it. You don't get it?
Yeah, I get it. You don't get it.
Should we wrap it up?
Let's be serious. Come on.
All right, my fault.
Sorry, I apologize to everybody who's watching this episode today. I just bring out the worst in them.
This was definitely a boys' night.
Oh, yeah, it's called Boys Night. We didn't even introduce this shit. This is supposed to be Boys Night. Sorry.
Yeah, we're all boys.
And it's like a night. Like it's.
Get it?
Yeah,
It's actually 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Can you turn the camera like to show like the
It's
outside?
like
real quick, please?
nighttime, so it's called like Boys Night.
It's night. It is 100% the
Why
nighttime.
are you gonna show these dusty ass windows?
So yeah. So we just put the words like boys and night together because like night boys. So we could
The
call it-
Z.
Yeah.
Night
No,
boys.
boy nights.
Oh, night boys.
Night boys.
Night boys
Yeah.
and girls.
I don't
Good
like-
night.
I don't like that. Good
And
night.
Happy New Year's.
Bye, guys.
No, it's not even new.
Did it stop?
Let's make it awkward. Let's Let's make it awkward. Heart deep.
Night gang go.
Heart deep. Fast.
Confidential
Sweaty, rough,
thoughts.
sexual, seductive.